Hello friends, welcome to this last class for this academic year. And in this class we shall learn about the international trade, the trade between different countries beyond one's own territory. That is called international trade. So we were talking about the different means of transport, and that is very much important for carrying out international trade as well. Let us see which are the means used for carrying out this international trade. So you can take page number 90. The exchange of goods among people, states and countries is referable as trade. So what do you mean by trade? The exchange of goods among the people within the states or within the country or even outside the country. The market is the place where such exchange takes place. So usually we go to the market for exchanging things. We pay money and take the things. Then trade between two countries is called international trade. So when we buy things from other countries or we sell things to other countries, it is called international trade beyond one's own country. Then it may take place through sea, air or land routes. So some of the countries we can go by land. For example, our nearby countries like Nepal, Bangladesh, Pakistan and so it is touching our border, therefore we can cross through road also. Then some of the countries we cannot go by road. For example, Sri Lanka, Maldives and so we have to go by sea or by air. And far away countries where there is no accessible to the sea, we have to go by aeroplane and so on. So these different means are used for reaching out to other country to do trade with them. Then while local trade is carried in cities, towns and villages, state level trade is carried between two or more states. Advancement of international trade of a country is an index to its economic prosperity, and it is therefore considered the economic barometer for a country. So as we said, we can have different trades. Trade within the village or trade within the state or within the country or even outside the country. So as we improve or increase the volume of trade, especially the international trade, that means we can say our country is growing, our economy is growing. So the more trade we do with others, especially exporting, not buying much. If you are going on only buying, then it is not a sign of improvement for us. But if you are able to produce more and sell our products to other countries, then we can get a lot of foreign exchange, foreign money, and therefore we can say our economy is growing. So we can say the foreign trade, it is a barometer for a country. Barometer, it is for measuring the temperature and so on. So we can measure the economy of a country by looking at the volume of foreign trade, especially export. Then as the resources are space bound, no country can survive without international trade. So why do we do international trade, or what is the need for international trade? Because the resources are space bound. They are not found everywhere. Certain things are found in one space or one area, another things are found in another country. So if you want buy something that is not in our country, we have to buy it from other countries. So we cannot just survive with what we have only. We need to depend on others because all the things are not available everywhere. For example, petroleum things, it is not available everywhere. Some countries have no oil deposit at all. So they will have to buy from other countries. Some other countries will have a lot of other minerals. Like in India, we said we have a lot of iron ore. So we are exporting to other countries. So that way we need to depend on others. International trade becomes very important and necessary for us to survive. And export and import are the two components of trade. So when we do international trade, What are the two things we do? Exporting and importing. Exporting means we are selling to other countries. Importing means we are buying from other countries. Then the balance of trade of a country is the difference between its export and import. When the value of export exceeds the value of imports, it is called a favorable balance of trade. On the contrary, if the value of imports exceeds the value of exports, it is termed as unfavorable balance of trade. So we can do two trades, we said, import and export. So which one is better for a country, to do import or to export? Naturally, everyone prefers exporting because we are able to export when we have more than what we need, and that will give us a lot of profit. But no country can do only exporting because they may not have certain things which they need. Therefore, they also need to import from other countries. So some countries, they do lot of importing and they have very little things for exporting. So sometimes they do that, or the situation demands for that. For example, let's say the country is importing for, let's say, $100 worth things they are exporting to other country, but they are importing, let us say, $200. So they are exporting for $100 and they are importing for $200. So what happens? More than what they import. They are importing means they have to pay money to other countries. 100 rupees only they are giving, or let's say $100 they are giving, but they are exporting for $200. That means they get the extra profit of $100, isn't it? So when they buy, they have to pay $100, and when they are selling, they are getting $200. So $100 are extra, they are profiting. Therefore, we can say this trade is favorable trade. But the opposite also can happen. For example, with the importing, let's say a country is importing for $300 things. They are buying from other countries for $300, but they are exporting only for $200. That means here importing is more, isn't it? So when they are selling, they are getting only $200, but they have to pay $300 for buying. That means here 100 rupees less or $100 less. Therefore, this is unfavorable trade. So favorable and unfavorable. So when we are getting more money by exporting than we spend for importing, then that is called favorable trade. Suppose we are spending more money for importing and we are getting very less money by exporting, then that is unfavorable trade. So everyone will prefer to export more, try to produce more things and export into other countries. That is what everyone will try. And India has trade relations with all the major trading blocs and all geographical regions of the world. And among the commodities in export, the share of agriculture and allied products has been 9.9%, ores and minerals 4%, gems and jewelry 14.7%, petroleum products including coal 16.8% in 2011. So India has got a connection with all the countries, major countries in the world, and therefore the products that India has got, it can export into these countries. They are willing to buy. And what are the things that India is selling or exporting to other countries? The major thing is agricultural products. We said India is an agricultural country, and more than 64% of the population of the country is working on the land, working in the primary sector, agriculture field. Therefore, we are sending a lot of agricultural products. So it has been 9.9% of the total export is belonging to these agricultural products. Then 4% gems and jewelries. Lot of gems and jewelries also we are exporting. for other countries to make jewelry, making ornaments and so on. Then 14.7 percentage, that is gems and jewelries. Then 4 percentage is ores and minerals, iron ore and other minerals, they are only 4 percentage. So gems and jewelry, they are 14.7 percentage. Then petroleum products including coal, that is 16.8 percentage. So it is all in the year based on the account in 2010-11 data. Then the commodities imported to India include petroleum and petroleum products, that is 28.6%. So we are exporting petroleum products only how much? Just 16.8 percentage. But we are importing more than what we are exporting. We are exporting 28.6%. And pearls and precious stones. So we are exporting gems and jewelry, but we are also importing something similar. That is, it comes up to 9.4 percentage. Then chemicals 5.2 percentage. Then coal, coke and briquettes, that is 2.7%. Then machinery, that is 6.4% in 2010. So we can see some of the things that we are exporting and almost the similar thing we are importing as well because of the quality. The things that we have in India, the quality is less. Therefore, we need to import from other country which has got very high, good quality, so that our product will be better. So we export to other countries who are in need of this low quality products, and we try to import from other countries where there is things of very high quality. Then bulk imports as a group registered a growth accounting for 28.2% of total imports. So we have the imports as a group, it is increasing. India economy, the foreign trade is increasing or improving. Then the group includes fertilizers. So which are the things that we are importing in bulk? First of all, fertilizers meant for the agriculture sector. Then cereals, that is food items. Then edible oils. Then the newsprint, the paper that we need, that we use for printing news, that is also not available in India in abundance. Therefore, we are buying from other countries. Then these are the things that we buy in bulk. Then international trade has undergone a sea change in the last 15 years. So in all the times the international trade was not that encouraged, it was not very common. But after the globalization and trade liberalization and so on, the trade has become very common, or it has become more easy, especially for the last 15 years or so. The trade has become very easy to buy things from other countries or to sell things to other countries, and so a lot of liberalization has taken place. A lot of restrictions have been removed by the governments. And exchange of commodities and goods have been superseded by the exchange of information and knowledge. So this exchange of commodities, that means buying and selling of commodities and goods, that have been superseded by the exchange of information and knowledge. So olden times we were selling only goods and other things, but now we are even exchanging information and knowledge and so on. So the idea that people in other country, they have how to make certain things, they are ready to share that information. We may have to pay money, then they will sell that information. So not only things and goods we can buy and sell, but even informations, even knowledge we can buy and sell. That is the importance of this modern technology. And India has emerged as a software giant at the international level, and it is earning large foreign exchange through the export of information technology. So in India, the information technology has grown to a very great extent, and therefore there we have a lot of software programs, computer programs are there, computer engineers are there, and we are able to make different computer programs and we sell it to other countries. Lot of software programs we make and sell it to other countries, and we are able to get a lot of income, foreign money by that. So that is, India is doing well in this information technology development, and we are able to sell our information, we are able to sell our ideas to others and get a lot of profits. Now let us see about tourism as a trade. You know, tourism is taking place. It is a very important industry in this modern world. Let's see how can it be considered as a trade as well. The tourism. Tourism in India has grown substantially over the last 3 decades. So in India, the tourism has become important maybe for the last 3 years, or 3 decades, for the last 30 years. And foreign tourist arrivals in the country witnessed an increase of 11.8% during the year 2010 as against the year 2009, contributing rupees 64,889 crore of foreign exchange in 2010. So in the year 2009, the foreign tourists that visited India was less, but in the following year 2010, there was so much of increase, that is 11.8% increase was there. That way we are able to earn a lot of foreign exchange, because the tourists come with their money and they come and exchange into Indian rupee and we get the foreign money. So with that foreign money we can buy things, we can import things from other countries. That is the advantage of getting foreign exchange, foreign money. So we are able to get so many crores of rupees from foreign people who came to visit India as a tourist and so on. Then 5.78 million foreign tourists visited India in 2010. More than 15 million people are directly engaged in the tourism industry. So lot of tourists are visiting India. How many are visiting India? 5.78 million people are visiting India, tourists. Then more than 15 million people are directly engaged in the tourism industry. So because of this, foreign people are coming to India to visit India. We have a lot of employment as well. A lot of people. How many people are employed? There 15 million people are engaged in the tourism industry to provide shelter for the foreign tourists, to work as a guide, tourist guide, and so on. So 15 million people are engaged in this tourism industry to provide facility for the foreign tourists and so on, to make them feel more comfortable, to make them feel more comfortable at home, to provide them facilities, information, help, and so on. A lot of people are there. Then tourism also promotes national integration, provides support to local handicrafts and cultural pursuits. It also helps in the development of international understanding about our culture and heritage. And foreign tourists visit India for heritage tourism, eco-tourism, adventure tourism, cultural tourism, medical tourism, and business tourism, and so on. So foreign people or foreign tourists visit India for different purposes. What are they? Some of them visit India for to learn about Indian culture and heritage and so on. And some of them are visiting to see the ecology of India, the study about the ecology, the environment, and so on. Then some are coming for adventure, because we have a lot of mountains and high hills are there. They want to climb these mountains like Everest, and so they come for showing the adventure, to take up that adventure trip, climbing mountains, crossing the rivers and so on. Then some of them are coming for cultural tourism, to learn more about culture of India, to learn about cultural dances, cultural songs, cultural lifestyle and so on. Then some come for medical tourism, to learn about the health situation of the people of India. How healthy are they? How much medical facilities are available and so on. Then some of them are coming for business tourism. They want to do business with India, and therefore that is the purpose of some of them coming. So the people who come to India, visit India, they are not coming with a single purpose. They come for a different purpose. Some come for entertainment, some come for learning, some come for doing business and so on. And there is a vast potential for development of tourism in all parts of the country. Efforts are being made to promote different types of tourism for this upcoming industry. So India has got a lot of physical features are there, variety of physical features are there. Therefore, people who do this, or if people can do better, then we can attract more foreign tourists to our country, and they will be able to provide more facilities and more attractive tourism, and more people will be attracted to India. So the government will have to take initiative to improve the tourism facilities in our country, and make sure that they are safe in this country, the law and order is kept, and so then more and more people will be attracted. Sometimes our law and order is very poor, and the tourists are attacked, they are attacked, sometimes they are killed and so on. So people are afraid to come to our country. So such a situation should not be there. Government has to make sure that the situation in this country are very safe. There are law abiding people or law enforcing people, and everybody is in the place to protect them, shelters, safety and so. Then more and more people will be encouraged to come and visit India as a tourist, to learn about culture, to learn about the different programs, about the people, and also even to do the business. So let us hope that all these things will be there, and we will be able to attract more people, and that way help the growth of our own economy. Our country will be able to grow richer and richer. So we come to the end of this lesson. Now let us do also a few exercises that are there at the end of the lesson. First, that multiple choice questions. Question number 1. Which two of the following extreme locations are connected by the east-west corridor? Which are the two of the following extreme locations? That is, we can say Silchar to Porbandar. That is a extreme from east to west. Sikkim, Silchar to Porbandar. Then, which mode of transportation reduces transshipment losses and delays? So, which mode of transportation reduces transshipment losses and delays? That is pipeline. If you are going through carrying the things through pipeline, then there is no much loss. Then number 3. Which one of the following states is not connected by HVJ pipeline? That is Maharashtra. All the other states are connected. Maharashtra is not connected. Then number 4. Which one of the following ports is the deepest landlocked and well protected port along the east coast? That is Visakhapatnam. That is the answer. Number 5. Which one of the following is the most important modes of transportation in India? So which one is the most important modes of transportation? That is railways. Then which one of the following terms is used to describe trade between two or more countries? That is, just now we have said international trade. So that is the answer. So the rest of the questions I will send it to you in the group. As usual, you can write down, then take the photo and send it to me. And we have reached the last lesson, but still some students are lagging behind. I don't know when are they going to start responding. You need to hurry up, don't simply drag behind others, but come to the level of others and be smart and work hard in order to get the maximum benefits. So there's also activities given there, so try to find out the words that are given there. The questions are there. Northern terminal of the northeast corridor. Try to find out what is the name and try to find it out from here and circle it and take a photo and send it to me. Okay, so we come to the end of this syllabus as well. We have completed the geography syllabus and the economic syllabus, and thank you for listening for all these days, and you have been very, I hope some of you are responding, at least not all of you, but quite many of you have responded. So I thank each and every one of you. So I hope you have benefited from it. So instead of wasting your time at home, try to watch these videos and try to understand the knowledge that is included in this book, contained in this book, and be contented and be satisfied. Okay, so once again, thank you once and for all. Have a nice day and wish you all the best. Thank you.